Hello, my collective. This is Ashley here with the Healing Table by Ashley, giving you another message here for the day. I'm pulling cards from my Love Oracle deck, and the message here is fear, spiritual awakening, travel, and a toxic relationship. Again, this is a love message. So I'm talking to my collective who has been in a relationship or maybe dealing with someone new in their life or dealing with somebody, period. I see that there's a sense of fear. I'm picking up this energy that some of you or someone that I'm talking to in this card reading is in an unhealthy relationship, or maybe you've recently left an unhealthy relationship where there was a lot of fighting, a lot of disagreements, just a lot of unhappiness. And I feel like there was a point where you were scared to leave this relationship. All right, I see that you were very afraid, and you still might be afraid about how you ended things, making sure that you're safe. Maybe you're scared of the person that you've recently left, and it's time to protect yourself and know that you are going through a spiritual awakening. This is the time to find yourself. All right. Maybe you've been in this relationship where you were codependent and you lost a sense of who you are. And this is the time for a rebirth to happen, a sense of enlightenment, for you to remember who you are again, tapping into the things that you like, the things that you once loved that you may have put in the backseat while you were in this relationship. You may even need to travel. Give yourself some distance from this person. Sometimes when we're dealing with something that's really draining our energy, we need to give ourselves some space, right? Give yourself some distance. Go out, do something, do a little mini trip, a little weekend, travel somewhere, even if it's to the next state. Something to give yourself a fresh breath of air. And I see the beach being shown, that spiritual awakening, that traveling. Cleanse yourself. It's giving me those cleansing vibes. When I see a lot of water, it reminds me to cleanse my energy. Even if you go to the beach, when you go on the beach, you walk in the water, you say a nice prayer, releasing all that no longer serves you, leaving all the past behind. And when you walk out of the water, do not turn back. Now, that's just one of the small little ritual tip that I can give you here. If you end up going to the beach, try to do that. Let that be the last thing that you do, so that once you leave the water, you do not look back. Just leave the water and keep going to your car until it's time to go. All right. This is also reminding you to set those boundaries. All right. Especially as you are finding yourself in this spiritual journey that you're on. It's going to heavily tell you, you're going to learn a lot about setting boundaries for yourself, especially when you're moving out of a toxic relationship, a toxic environment. It could be a love relationship. It could be a business relationship. Some people that we work with are just toxic people. Okay. And sometimes it's time to move on from that. And don't forget who you are. Don't give your spirit to people and places that don't deserve your spirit, honestly. So protect yourself and love yourself. I do see something coming out for you that is going to be beautiful, especially when you're going through a spiritual awakening. You're going to learn what you're going to not tolerate anymore. Okay, so just learn from this relationship, business or love. Okay, you take those lessons and you apply them, and you grow as a better person, and knowing not to be in those types of situations ever again. All right. If this resonated with you, like, comment, subscribe, share it with somebody who needs to hear this. Maybe you know someone who's going through this and needs to hear this message. And I will see you very soon in the next reading. Bye.